Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Aquarius, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you in advance. Aquarius, I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of this year, this month. So if you haven't already subscribed, I would love it if you would subscribe and join the channel, and just spread the word. And if anyone else you know would be interested in hearing these messages from Spirit, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you've already subscribed, thank you so much. Sorry for the lighting. I really didn't think I was going to do another nighttime reading, but the days are getting shorter and shorter, so we have to do what we have to do. So it's a little cozy right now. Aquarius, I'm incorporating something different into my practice, and I hope that you get something out of it as well. I'm doing a mini meditation before all of the readings, and I'm writing down up to 10 items that I see. Could be words, songs, images, numbers, whatever. And then I'm going to read them off to you. They may not mean anything in this instant, depending on when you're watching the video. Could be a year from now. Could be something that you see in the next few days or weeks. And there'll be things that show up in the oddest places that you know that Spirit is speaking to you. Beautiful synchronicity. A couple of readers on YouTube channel messages like this, and I see them when I'm out in life in the craziest circumstances. If I could express to you how I've seen synchronicities, I could write a whole book on the synchronicities, you know, but it's a weirdly intimate language between you and Spirit. So you can tell everybody about your synchronicities, but they don't always hit, you know, they don't always resonate with other people, and that's just fine as long as they resonate with you. So let's just get to it. Construction vehicle, a halo, whispering, a rainbow colored kite, the dentist, teeth, and adjustment, almost like braces, the state of Montana, the Alps, India, the Pacific Ocean, and a lost airplane. Now, this is not to say that anything bad like that. It's already lost. It's already been lost. But I was thinking about specifically the aircraft that went down, I don't even know how many years ago at this point, like 5 years, 6 years maybe, the Malaysian airline. I don't know why that just came in my vision. Maybe they're going to find pieces of the wreckage. I think they have found some, but maybe they're going to find something in the next couple of days. I don't know. I don't claim to be psychic in that way, but you never know. So let me just hold that up so you can take a screenshot if you wish. And please let me know if you come across these images. These may show up in the reading somehow. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's okay. So I'm going to be doing your reading with the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle and your tarot with the Light Seers Tarot. So Aquarius, I'm going to pull one card for you. These cards have been thoroughly shuffled. We shall see. Oh, okay. Flew out. Wow. Look at that. So bright. Solar light upgrade. Solar plexus chakra. Inner fire. Willpower. Well, if Aquarians have something, it's willpower. I know several Aquarians, and they're all very entrepreneurial, leaders, they're change makers, right? Much like Aries energy, Aries are also like that as well. This is really beautiful. Let's take a meditate on that for a moment. It's talking about an upgrade though. So have you recently gone through your dark night of the soul? Have you had your spiritual awakening yet? Are you going through it? Is it awful? Because it can be kind of awful because you're just dealing with stuff. Keep going is what Spirit's saying. You can do it. Keep going. 4 cards for the base spread, 4 cards for clarifier. Yeah. Hermit in reverse. Dark night of the soul. What did I say? In reverse though. In the past. So could have been coming out of it. Good for you. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. It's I love when Spirit gives me those synchronicities. It's crazy. That's strange what I just did. You can't see it, but usually when the cards come out, I put them 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I put them 5, 6, 7, 8 as the clarifiers. The card that I just put out, I put below the Hermit card, which is something I don't usually do. So, you know, there's something different about your reading, and I'm going to go with it. The Spirit wants me to do it like that. I shall do it like that. Okay. Okay, 8 cards out. Thank you, Spirit. Look, they told me to look at the bottom of the deck. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups talks about wish fulfillment and healing, just like the star energy. That is Aquarius. This is Aquarius energy, and it represents a star in the major arcana. It's not Aquarian energy, but represents the star in the major arcana, which is Aquarius. Looking, it's almost like when I see this kind of flinging something through the air, it's like throwing caution to the wind. Just whatever will be. And isn't this so beautiful? All solar plexus energy, solar plexus colors, confidence. Starting in the past energy, you did get the Hermit, major arcana, representing Virgo energy. Typically, the Hermit in the upright talks about somebody that retreated away from society. They stay home a lot, they meditate, pray, read. They're not very social because social energy is confusing the matter. When you go into Hermit mode, you're going through your dark night of the soul, a reckoning with your inner child, your inner self, your higher self. Maybe you've reached, or you reached in the past, because this is past energy, an impasse, and you had no choice. You know, I went through my dark night of the soul during COVID, like so many light workers did. Bringing the light, that's what the light workers are, right? So many light workers kind of came online during the pandemic. Because what else were we going to do? We were sitting with ourselves in isolation. Some people didn't take it very well, you know? It was hard for extroverts, that's for sure. Introverts had a grand old time. But extroverts, just, it was tough not being around people, not having that social interaction. This is you in the past energy, having gone through that and now emerging. Been through your dark night of the soul, been through the space of reckoning and questioning, emerging now. Clarified by the 5 of Wands in the reverse. It's amazing. Because the 5 of Wands in the upright talks about conflict and chaos with oneself, especially in this depiction. They're like all the same, and they're like climbing on top of each other, right? Like your thoughts and actions, maybe working against yourself. These 2 cards in reverse, it's like coming out of hermit mode, having come to a peace, like a peace within yourself. You're not working against yourself anymore. Hangman in reverse, amazing, amazing. The Hangman can represent, at times it can represent Pisces. Can it also represent Virgo? Now I'm confused. But the Hangman talks about somebody who takes a 30,000 foot view. Like somebody, it's describing you as having at one time or another been way too close to a situation. And in the upright, kind of flinging yourself away from that, saying, okay, can we just get some perspective here? But in the reverse, which clarifies this, it's kind of telling me that you got that perspective. Spirit is showing me a very specific image, memory. During the pandemic, shockingly, I officiated a wedding. I officiate weddings. It's really weird. Let's not talk about that right now. But I officiated a wedding. Mostly it was very close friends and family with this particular couple. And then the rest of it was on Zoom. So and it was outside in November. And it was really cold. But I came home that day. It was a day wedding. Came home that day and I was exhausted. Absolutely exhausted. And I fell asleep middle of the day and I astral projected. That was probably the second time I had ever astral projected, and the last time I had astral projected to that extent, because I could feel myself feeling that paralysis. And that scares people, right? That paralysis that you want to be able to move your body and you can't. You're actually astral projecting when that happens. And I knew, I was conscious that it was happening and I was scared, but I just decided to let go. I can't get back into my body, it's okay. I'll just go wherever I'm supposed to go. And the minute I released that fear, I was flung completely out of my body, and I found myself on what I can only describe as the International Space Station, because I was looking out of a window onto Earth. Now, you don't have to believe me, but I'm also reading tarot for you, so if you're not going to believe that, I don't know why you wouldn't, because I'm telling you all sorts of things. That happened to me. I was conscious. I could feel myself in the space station, but I knew that I was still in my bed. Both of those things happened at the same time. I looked out at Earth, this blue, beautiful marble, and as I took it all in, and it must have lasted 5 seconds. I looked out and I was flung straight back into my body again, where I saw the number 45 and a steer skull on a wall. And then I woke out of, I was not asleep, but my eyes opened. Why am I telling you all this? Because something similar could have happened to you during your spiritual awakening. Either you had a Kundalini rising or something. Maybe you went to see the sun. I have no idea. Something profound like that. Life-altering. When you have an experience like that, what does it make you realize? It makes you realize how you're just like in a meat suit, and that your soul is so much more interesting than you think it is, that you can literally travel through space and time, that though death can be scary, you don't fear death as much, because you know that you're just going to develop into another state of being. All kinds of stuff. Maybe you're going through that now. Let me know if you visited the sun. I talked about that in one of my, I talked about that in an earlier reading. I can't remember what sign it was for. I talked about how mankind has actually touched the sun in one of our space probes or whatever, and how crazy that is. It's crazy what we're capable of. This is what you're realizing right now, King of Pentacles, in the present moment. You are sitting so pretty in terms of your mentality about your abundance. Now, this is not to say you're a millionaire, although you could be. Good for you. Good for you if you are. Don't be afraid to donate. It's all in how you're looking. See how he's looking at his pentacle? It's all in how you're looking at your abundance, how you regard your abundance. Maybe you have $1 in the bank, but you feel like the richest person alive because you're so at peace with who you are. Do you know how many people would do anything to feel that kind of peace? But it's clarified by the Fool energy in the reverse. Gemini got this card in the exact same position, the present position, but in the upright. So if you have Gemini placements, you may want to check out that reading. You see and are analyzing all of the abundance that's in your life right now, but you may be questioning, what are you going to do with it? I have attained this enlightenment now. I've come out of hermit mode. I've come out of the proverbial tree of knowledge. I have all of this pulsating downloads and information from Spirit. Every day they're giving me this information. I'm so thankful for it. But what do I do with it? How do I even go about? I want to take the leap of faith, but yet I'm scared. Because it's so much. It's already so much happening. Like, what do I do with this? I just hear, like, do I quit my job? Do I get into a relationship? Do I leave a relationship? Do I move across the world? What do I do? Give me a clarifier for the Fool in reverse, please. Wow. The World in reverse. Another major arcana. You have 4 major arcana so far. That's crazy. The World card talks about chapters closing and new chapters beginning. And I want to point out to you this kind of crazy geometry, secret geometry here. You could be receiving literal light codes, light language from Spirit. Do you know what that is? It's like language that is beyond language that is beyond what we can speak and hear. It is of the light. It is of the divine. And somehow, you know, when they say that people speak in tongues, I have had friends that are very, very religious. They go to church all the time. And I have a friend that had told me specifically that she was so caught up with Spirit, the Holy Spirit, that she started speaking in tongues, and everybody witnessed it, and everybody was there for it, right? I'm here for it. It was like that kind of energy. This was like 25 years ago that I had this conversation with her. I wonder if she remembers that. But it's almost like she was like outside of herself, speaking God's language. I wasn't there, I don't know. But she told me that, and I believe her. And there's something similar happening to you right now. There's downloads happening to you right now, but you may not be able to make sense of it. I understand that. That happened to me. I still haven't been able to make sense of what I saw. But you're on that path, you're on that journey. Perhaps that's what is the Fool's journey, right? Like a trust that it's going to lead somewhere. But the World card in reverse talks about you having to close out a cycle or a chapter in your life. And it's nothing that I feel like you're lamenting. You're not sad about it. You're embracing it. It's not over yet, though. And the reason it's not over yet, I feel as though, you know, when we have our dark night of the soul and we have a spiritual awakening, you know, they always say that some people can't come with you. What does that mean? It means that as you start to jump dimensions, jump timelines and levels of consciousness, because your eyes are opening up clearly, more clearly, the veil is being lifted. You see life in a different way, right? Seeing life in a different way. Other people are not going to jive with it because they want you, because it scares them, because they're not doing it for themselves. Because they're not doing it for themselves, they want you to stay exactly where you are. And you know that you can't. Now, it doesn't mean you stop talking to people, but maybe it just means that you're no longer entertaining certain kinds of conversation or certain modes of behavior, right? I hadn't quite had my spiritual awakening yet, but around the end of 2019, I stopped drinking alcohol, and I haven't had any since. I even try not to have alcohol in any food, like in desserts or anything. Like if they put rum in a dessert, I just abstain if I can. Sometimes I don't because it's cooked off, but I just, you know, I don't need it anymore. There are a lot of things that I try to give up. It's hard, like caffeine, sugar, those are hard for me. But giving up alcohol just seemed like the right thing to do. And when you go through a spiritual awakening, you start to give up things, give up foods, substances, lifestyles that just no longer serve where you are presently. I mean, this is massive, Aquarius. Like, I'm so happy for you. Like, I'm literally so happy for you if this is your reality, right? It's a process, though, so you may be undergoing it. In the future potential, Page of Swords in the reverse, Four of Pentacles in the reverse. This is curious. Page of Swords talks about curiosity, but hesitation. Four of Pentacles talks about holding on tightly to something. See how she's holding on to her pentacles? This card is in reverse, though, this curiosity card. So maybe you've already kind of gathered the information that you need at this time, that you kind of had all the curiosity that you can stand, but you are open. You're open to the idea of it. But I don't see you purposefully, like I don't see you doing a lot of research. I don't see you asking a lot of questions. I think you're still, it feels like you're still kind of hashing out things for yourself, because the more people you involve, the more confused the message can be, right? What do I mean by that? It's like, if I had told everybody, I mean, I've told a lot of people at this point, but because I know what I saw, and it's my perception, and my perception is the thing that drives me, right? But when I first astral projected, that was not a conversation that I could have with a lot of people. I didn't have a community that I could talk to about that particular thing, because that sounds crazy, you know? Like, to people in, you know, there's some people that do a lot of shrooms, they do LSD to have spiritual, they do ayahuasca. That doesn't sound crazy at all to those people because they've seen it, they understand. I didn't take any kind of substances to have that experience, and it still happened. But I didn't go broadcasting it because I didn't know how people would react. And I know that some people don't know how to believe me when I tell them that. So this is what I'm saying with the Page of Swords. It's almost like you're not kind of broadcasting a lot of what you're inquiring about right now, because it's a personal journey. It's between you and spirit. Clarifying that, Six of Wands. It's so funny that I said you're not broadcasting that, and this is a card of like public recognition. This is the thing about this card, though. It's kind of, it's not to say that it's unrelated, but you will be recognized for something because how you view yourself is different now. Like the fears of judgment that you may have had in the past no longer exist. When we don't have fear of judgment, even though people may judge us and critique us, when we don't have fear of judgment, that's true freedom, isn't it? When you just don't give an F about what anybody says about you, and you're not defensive about it, you're just like, I really have no need for your opinion, nor do I care to hear it. I mean, that's like that's like a level of freedom that you're unstoppable. You're unstoppable. And that's what I feel in this energy right now for you. Future potential. That's the future potential. And the advice from Spirit. 3 of Wands, Knight of Wands. For an air energy, there is certainly a lot of fire. You know, all the air signs got fire energies as their oracle. Gemini and Libra got the same oracle card. There's something burning within you right now. You are excited about it. And this is waiting for those ships to come in. You've made some really key decisions in your life. Ones that fuel your passions. Not just the solar plexus, but also the sacral plexus, right? Your sense of your own beauty, your own attractiveness, your own sexuality. They may all be coming online right now in a different way. And Spirit is saying absolutely 1000% embrace them. Embrace that. Some of you, when you embrace it, you may be finding love. Ace of Cups, that's absolutely beautiful. And if it's not romantic love, it could be new friendship, could be new passion, new job that absolutely excites you. Whatever this is, it's coming directly from Spirit. Like, imagine this is Spirit just saying, here you go. Isn't that crazy, that weird effect that the light is having as we get a little bit closer? I'm excited for you, Aquarius. This is a beautiful reading. If it resonated, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification if you'd like to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Aquarius.